Hi everyone, today is Monday, April 23rd, and I'm doing this filming from the global economic north. I'm currently in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, and I just wanted to say greetings. How are you? I'm not sure what to call this video, but probably call it something like random musings, Black Womanhood. And I have been reading some literature written by, I'm not sure if I'm saying her name properly, but it's Toni Cade Bambara, and she edited this anthology that was a collection of different writings on different subject matters from, I'm assuming they were all Black women. And I'm going to do some videos about each piece, and take it from there. But I just felt that I needed to just share some thoughts about, just what I've been thinking as I read these pieces. One thing I really like about Black women's literature from the United States, especially from a Black feminist perspective, is that they're very authentic in the words. Nothing is sugar-coated, nothing is shaded, to sound polite, not to offend anybody. But if it offends, too bad. It's gonna be there, and I really like that provocative type of writing. So I was reading this piece about Black womanhood, and I noticed that when I was in excuse me, when I was in university, one of my disciplines was women's studies, and within that discipline of women's studies, I actually focused on economics, like feminist economics. And I never was really into these ideas about, women being a certain way, and sort of this idea that all women across different nationalities and races behave the same way. I've never really been interested in hearing that garbage because we don't have the same experiences with oppression. And so I was reading this one piece, and it was just talking about how Black womanhood is defined by white women's perception, defined by how white women behave. And I've always thought it was very strange that white women don't talk about themselves in a way to make themselves sound like they really care and they're credible. And I've always questioned why they feel the need to speak for every other nationality on the face of this earth. And when it comes to Black womanhood, this piece was just saying that one of the problems in Black relationships is that Black males have this perception of Black women that they should be like white women. And I just thought that was really interesting because I wouldn't want a Black male to pattern me after the habits of a white woman. And I'm a person, I don't do interracial dating. I just find that, it's really superficial, and it's sort of it's very superficial, and I don't know how you can really love something that is a byproduct of something that oppressed you and your ancestors. So, and I just don't find men outside, Black attractive, so I don't deal with them that way. Meaning when it comes to like my personal life, I don't get involved with, or rather, I just get involved with black men. I just find this whole thing around this idea of womanhood, like the woman is supposed to stay home and just have kids. I don't know a lot of black women like that. I mean, I know a lot of black women have ambition. They have aspirations. They have ideas about things they want to do in their life. And I find that if you're just a woman who wants to stay home, watch TV, have kids, take care of the kids, I find that very strange to some extent. Like, there's nothing wrong with staying home with your kids when they're young and, taking care of them. But black women are very different because black women are always busy. And, if we're staying home with the kids, we're baking cookies and we're selling the cookies, so it's just really weird. I don't know. I'm just trying to say that I don't like these notions that other people have to define who we are. I don't really know what black womanhood is. I think that being a woman is just being able to pursue your dreams and aspirations and just being free with your I don't know, just being free with what you want to pursue in your life and not having restraints on that. And it's just really weird. Like, I see a lot of these writings, and what really offended me when I was in university was that there was all this like talk about white women, these different white women like Betty Friedan and oh god, all that stuff is just bullshit. I was like, why am I learning this shit? You know? And they're talking about a room of one own and all this stuff, and I was just like, I don't relate to that. My life is not like that. Like, they're talking about their rooms in their houses. For some of us, we never had a home, right? We were just living in these ghettos and these apartment buildings and, these different places where we didn't have that kind of privilege. So, there was a lot of things that I couldn't relate to, and I don't relate to white womanhood. I find that a lot of white women that I've come across, they have no class. I find that they're very, very dishonest in a lot of their dealings. They're very superficial. They'll come, they'll talk to you, and, it's like they're trying to size you up to see what they have over you, and then they sort of talk to you in a condescending way. And then it gets worse with other races like Chinese, Japanese, with Indians. Even though, like, you know, um, people from the Caribbean, they say that people from the Caribbean all kind of can relate to each other, but no, they can't. There's a lot of difference and discrimination between, even within the people of color communities, like the Indians from the Caribbean are very different from the Afro people from the Caribbean. So, and the Indians discriminate against the blacks, and think that we're on some kind of lower plane or something. It's really stupid. But back to this womanhood stuff. I don't know if I really want somebody telling me how to behave and how to conduct myself. And I really don't like being compared to a white woman. And even in my adventures, or just not adventures, but my experiences, trying to find someone to love, Um, the most unattractive thing is to have a black male say that you should behave like a white woman. So, on that note, I just found this reading really interesting, talking about black womanhood, and it just basically said, you know, what is black womanhood to black women? And, who gets to define that? And it just made me think, wow, that's interesting, That's interesting. Black womanhood, very interesting. Okay, I'll stop there. So on that note, thanks for watching my video. Please do leave a comment, and you're welcome to leave constructive criticism. I make these videos to try and engage some kind of discussion, but to also be more free with sharing the authentic pieces about me. So, on that note, have yourself a really good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are in the world. And thank you for watching my videos. I'll see you again. Signing off, Livin' Kitten.